Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday morning. I'm here joined digitally today by Saray. Saray, how's it going?
Oh, you didn't warn me.
Um, yeah, I
I thought I'd
didn't
get more
warn
warning
you.
than that.
We thought that today what we would do on our stream is a couple things. One, we wanted to each kind of work on things that we're just honestly trying to get done for the channel.
Mm-hmm.
For our live AOS games. And so today I'm working on my Eels, and I thought I would show my progress on my Deepkin, show you guys where I'm at, what I've been working on. I'm closing in on finishing the Eels themselves, not the riders, which I haven't even started on. And so I figured I would do that. Meanwhile, Saray is working on what, Saray?
Iron Jaws, more Iron Jaws. So I was working on these last Wednesday, I think it was. But I want to get a little bit more progress on them. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today because I have all the paints I need here, um, as opposed to your place where I was missing some. So
Right.
I'm going to be doing some more of this, but mainly we're going to be talking about boxes today, more than any hobbying, really.
Yeah. Um,
Cool.
we did. We wanted to talk about Christmas boxes. Um, and are you getting one? Are you not getting one? That's the poll. Are you getting more than one? You got
More
one,
than one.
Saray.
I yes, I do, and that's actually Iron Jaws is relevant because I got the Iron Jaws box, and basically what I have here now is the extension of what comes in that box, um, or like filling out the rest of that box to make an actual workable army.
Hmm.
So on my table, I've got some brutes and I've got a couple of characters
Yeah.
ready to fill out the rest of that box. And I guess we
Here's
can
my
we
question.
can yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay. I was going to say, I think the reason the Iron Jaws box is actually pretty good. One of the
Yeah.
things that I like about it is that a lot of the stuff in it is actually multi-part, not multi-part, but like multi-build, right? You can build the big pig three different ways. You can build it three different two different characters and a third monster. And then they have the Rekkas slash oh my gosh, really called Ragers, which is like, okay, you can build this kit two different ways. Now the hard boys, whatever, you can only build them one way, but 20 hard boys, not a bad. Your basic troop choice is like a good thing to have.
And
Um,
the character is a character like you're kind of saying. This is a
yeah.
box that you could get twice. Also,
Mm-hmm.
for what it's worth, this one is sold out already.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Some of these have already sold out. Let's look at the ones that have sold out and what ones
I'm gonna
have
say it's
not sold.
all of them. I know the Dark Angels one went
No,
out of.
the Dark Angels one is also sold out. So not too many actually. It's the Maggotkin,
Uh-huh.
the Rechabal, or yeah, the Rechamob, the Iron Jaws, and the Dark
Yeah.
Angels one. All the other 40k ones are still available,
Okay.
and both the Cities and the Flesh Eater Courts one for Age of Sigmar is still available. I'm a little surprised the Knights have not sold out.
Yeah.
This seems like a
Uh,
good. This seems good, right?
I mean, I think it's just a worse version of a previous box that came out, a Knights box that came out. So maybe people are feeling a little burned by that.
Well, sure,
Um,
but I mean, that's gonna happen.
yeah. Also, I feel like if I bought, oh, sorry, I'm coming in a little hot. If I feel like if I wanted a Knights box, I would want big Knights, not a bunch of little Knights. I would rather have two big Knights and two small Knights than one big Knight, four small Knights. Even if,
Soup.
like,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, Soup says uh, the the night one is secretly bad. He says the big knight will only build one of two variants.
Yeah, that's an interesting
Interesting.
frame.
Okay, so that is interesting. Okay, so here's what I wanted to know. First of all, um, and we had some tech issues before the stream. It was on my end here, and I didn't get to do a little bit of research that I wanted to do. But overall, it's fair to say that, and chat, correct me if I'm wrong, Saray, based on what you know, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. Your average box set saves you between what, $50 and $90, maybe? Is that fair to say?
That seems about about right. I mean, it's going to vary box to box. I know that they're definitely not as a good of a deal as they used to be. That's
Right.
kind of a theme. Every year we seem to say that. Um,
I yeah, I remember when I was at Titans, I remember Adrian and I did a breakdown one year. It was the same year every other channel did a breakdown. Weirdly, this year I haven't seen a lot of the breakdowns. I know they're still out there. But that was kind of my question. And I remember him and I coming to the conclusion that it was something like, it was something in that range, 50 to $100. I don't think any of them broke like triple digit savings really.
yeah, so it ends up saving you essentially, in most cases, a unit and maybe a character. I
A
think is how
unit,
we,
right? A unit plus a character, I think is like kind of fair to say.
yeah.
Okay, the Iron Jaws one. People were saying the Magakin one was a good deal. It does kind of look. This looks like
That kind of looks like an insane deal, actually.
it looks like it's pretty close to being a full army. It has one nice thing going for it. This character is not a named character, but he's also not good. But he's also
the
like the coolest model ever, right?
Yeah, is it Flugoth or whatever?
Oh, is it a named character?
I think he is a
Unique?
no. I think he has a name, but is not a named character. You know how GW does that sometimes.
Okay, he's not unique. In other words,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I
I'm not
think I
100
thought
percent
it was
sure.
just a harbinger of decay.
Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of like how the if you look at the Slaves to Dark, just they have Zarketh, the Bane of Law, but that's just a chaos sorcerer. He's just a they just gave him a name without giving him special rules.
Okay, what makes this Magakin one so good? Because you don't get everything. Get okay. Here's I guess what I would my initial thought on this, Saray. You play
Yeah,
Magakin, so let me know. One, we don't actually we use Brad's Magakin. We don't use any of the Warcry bad yet. I think Brad
yeah.
is in the process of working on some of them. But I know they're pretty good in game. They look cool. They look fun to paint. They're very fragile for Nurgle. I think you actually probably want 20.
Mhm.
I always like to kind of ask myself, would it make sense to buy two of these, and do I start an army if I do?
Right.
Do I start a 2,000 point army if I do? And the thing is, you can turn one of the fly guys into another leader, right?
Yes.
And then you can even take a single fly by himself.
Yeah.
GW, which is really nice. I appreciate that GW has done that. That AOS does that with because you buy the box of two, one turns into a leader. Well, here's the deal: you could actually turn two. If you bought two boxes, you could turn two of them into a leader.
Yeah.
And then you could have still six flies,
Which is a lot.
which is a lot.
A lot of
10
points.
Blight Lords, and 20 Rotmire Creed. And still one more Harbinger of Decay. I don't know. You're probably a character or two, like a stocking stuffer, i.e., a
Yeah.
character or two away from a full army at that point.
Yeah. I mean, I think you points wise, I think you're actually in
You're
fine
probably
territory.
over. You're probably
Yeah,
over,
those
right?
flies are not cheap, especially the character. The character flies are not cheap. So,
Yeah.
you're definitely getting close. Is
That's,
it a
yeah.
good
It's,
army? Maybe
yeah.
not, but
Yeah.
I think you're
But
right.
here's
People pointing out this is a pretty great deal, actually.
it is, and here's the other thing. The other reason I'm guessing it didn't sell, it sold out. If you play 40k, you have demons.
Hmm.
Not everyone who plays 40k has Nurgle demons. Sorry, that's
Yeah.
not what I mean. If you play 40k and you like Nurgle, you probably have Nurgle demons.
Hmm.
This and what you're missing is this. And here it is.
Yeah, I mean, what you can do with these is great, right? You have those. Um, the Blight Kings are very easily converted to Death Guard, or the Rotmire Creed are very easily converted to like Nurgle cultists.
Right.
The flies may be a little bit harder, but you could make one of those a demon prince, pretty easy. Or actually the blight drones would actually be a great substitute for
Yeah.
those.
Okay. So I want to chat this one. I want to chat the other ones. No, Eddie, we haven't gotten to the Flesh Eater Courts one. We're going to chat. We're going to talk about what we think about them, where we think they come in at, and then we're going to build our own perfect one.
Yeah.
Okay, so for a faction or two of our choosing, and Saray and I are we had a busy day yesterday, so we're gonna kind of wing it. You'll have to appreciate the winging nature of it today.
The
Before we
winging
jump
nature.
in, yeah, before we jump into that though today,
Yeah.
I'm gonna show peeps where I'm at with my eels.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, let's see
And
it.
we haven't checked in on the eels in a while. Okay, so the eels are quite close to being finished. This is what one looks like. Okay, so what's finished, what's not finished? The eel skin is mostly finished, as well as like the green cucumbery kind of fin stuff here. I'm excited for a matte varnish to take away that shine a little bit that you're seeing. The metallic is, I think, finished for now. I will probably matte varnish the whole model. That's going to bring down the shine on the metallic. And then I think what I will probably do is kind of use, honestly, maybe this copper color again and just do a gentle dry brush over to put a little bit of shine back and also, highlight it back up a little bit.
The old gentle dry brush.
Yeah, exactly. So the ivory kind of saddle is done. You can't see the yellowing too well on it because of the lighting. I could maybe try to turn it down a little bit, but I don't know how well that's gonna help. Let's see. Nope, wrong way. Maybe. Okay, and then what's left for me to do? You may also not be able to see on the straps. I did something a little different this time. I'm trying to actually go the extra mile in this army. I did little like scuff marks on the leather, something I haven't really
Nice.
done before. And then this tassel thing is going to be, which has broken off many of the eels, which I'm very fine with. Some of the eels still have it though, and it's going to be blue. It's going to be like a bluish color. And then I haven't even touched the riders yet. They're assembled and everything, but I have not started painting them yet. So that's where there are 18 eels. There you go. Some of them you can see the pink is, their underbelly pink is a little bit more prevalent than others. I'm kind of okay with that variance. The pink along the sides like that. They magnetize. They're all magnetized, so they stick to each other. It's super annoying. But that's where we're at. That's where the eels are. Now, what I'm going to be doing today while we gab is I'll show you. There's kind of like very little left to do here. There's the tassel, and then the last thing is that there is a strap. I'll point it out to you here. You can see it. There's a strap that goes. It's quite a big strap. It's basically the strap that keeps the saddle chair thing on, for lack of a better reason. And I thought I could do that. I thought about doing that the same color as this, but I'm doing this thing with the eels and the deepkin where I'm really fine with all kinds of different colors all over the model. And I decided that I would actually do like a brown leather here, like not the same leather on the straps. I don't know. Why not? Give it a try. I might hate it, and if I hate it after one, then I'll pivot and I'll do black. But that's the plan. I have some Bugman's Glow here, which I'm going to put down for the base of my leather. I want it like to be a little bit of a reddish leather. Then I'm going to wash it with Reichland Flesh Shade, and then I'm going to probably go back in a little with some Deathclaw Brown, and I'll probably do a little bit of markings on it as well with some bone with Vallejo Bone White. And so I'm going to do one here right now, and a complete one. And then I'll see how I like it and how I like the process. And if it works out okay, then that's what we'll do. What about you, Saray? What specifically are you working on here today?
So, okay, I'm going to be doing a couple things. At one point, I'm going to pivot to something else. But right now, I am So these are actually going to be two-tone orcs, maybe even a third tone if I'm being real. So I've got some orange
for their skin. You're saying?
No, for their armor as well. So
Okay.
I've got some orange armor here, but I've also got some black panels right here. This is actually how they look in the. If you look at their official models, obviously they're yellow, but a lot of their armor panels are different colors, and I'm going to be doing that. So I've got some like much more orange here, right? He's like almost fully orange, but what I'm going to be doing with these ones is I'm going to be going in and doing some like freehand designs on the orange, as well as on the black. I'm going to be doing some freehand designs, probably some like, classic orc checkers, stuff like that. I probably won't do that on stream today, but setting that up for the future. At some point, probably midpoint, maybe late in the stream, I'm going to start hitting these orange orcs with some red ink in the shadows, because this orange is nice and saturated, but I want it to look even more saturated, and the way to do that is to add a little red into like the shadow areas. Really makes it kind of eye-searingly orange. So that's mostly what I'm doing. Is going to be finishing up, finish base coating some of these armor panels, and then giving the orange ones a little more red color.
Very nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I got to get these ready before I get the box set. Because that's going to be a pain. Flame detail. Ty nailed it. Yes, there's going to be some. Maybe I'll grab this. I actually have some decals over here. I'll show this later. There are some orc flame decals that I'll be working on.
Okay, so we agree the Maggotkin one is a good box. Clearly, the Ironjawz one people are into because, like I said, it is sold out.
Mm-hmm.
In a world of not much else being sold out as far as Christmas boxes go, it's one of them. What makes this one a good box? I mean, right away, I guess for me, I can immediately tell. Again, it passes my would I buy two of them test. Because everything is multiple kits. The leader is not named or unique. The leader kit itself builds non-leader kits, hero kits, I should be saying.
Yeah,
it's kind of amazing.
Yeah,
it's a good deal.
It's a decent deal. Yeah, I mean, two boys are 55 to 60 a piece, and you get 20 of them. Same thing with the Rekkas, and you get 2 sets of those as well. So that's already, 240 there, and then a free character. But it's an expensive character. Those usually run a little bit higher. I think those are in the 70, 80 range. So that's saving a ton, but, saving an amount.
Yeah. Okay, so you picked up one of these, and it looks like if you're hoping to get more of these, you're going to be waiting for a bit.
You could probably go to a friendly local. That's where I got mine from. I didn't buy it straight from GW anyway.
Okay. Yeah, but it looks like they're gonna be moving. Hey, by the way, a big thanks. We see the party lights. Big thanks to Soups for gifting a membership. We super appreciate it.
Thank you, Soups.
As always, we appreciate your support. And Liberty, thank you for the message triggering the party lights there. He actually says the Wrecking Mob has the lowest amount of savings. I guess that doesn't surprise me considering how much you get with it. I actually thought the Cities one came with a lot as well. Looks like it kind of came with a lot. Let's check the Cities one out real quick. Let's check out the 4 AOS ones.
That's actually not surprising that it's the least amount of savings. Now that I actually said it out loud, but it's also a box that is just kind of always just kind of good though, I think.
Yeah, so the Cities one is both very interesting and has some missteps in my opinion. And we're going to count missteps as so first of all, the Cities one does not pass my would you buy 2 tests. And listen, I know that sounds very decadent. Like, I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just saying, like, if you had $500 and you're like, I've got $500 to start a new army, 2 Christmas boxes, in a lot of cases, almost buys you a new army, like 2,000 points army, right? Maybe 2 boxes plus the foot character or 2 in a lot of cases. If the box is good, I think it looked to me like both the Maggotkin one and the Ironjawz one would do that. This one would not do that. And the reason this one would not do it is there's a couple. One, it's unlikely you would ever take more than 1 Fusel Major. Now, the Fusel Major is like kind of an interesting inclusion in the box. If you saw this box and like took the Fusel Major out, you'd be like, oh, good Christmas box. But him in there is like it's just like weird extra bonus because you have a leader with the Foot Marshal. something you're also never going to take more than one of, by the way. Finally, it has the Command Corps. In addition to the Command Corps going from one of the scariest units in 3rd edition to just like a sick joke in 4th edition, like it's gone into that category of why would I ever take this, right? Which is always a little bit of a bummer when you see that happen to a unit. Like, right? It's kind of a bummer. Like,
Yeah. You don't
wow,
want to be punished for
right.
for sins of the past.
So you're never going to
Unless you're crisis
use,
suits.
like, okay, I'm always going to say, when I say you're never going to use 2 Command Corps, I mean that genuinely. You're never going to do that. I don't even think they can be used that way. I think most of their abilities are once per turn, right?
Right.
When I say you're never going to use 1 Command Corps, I'm speaking competitively, and I don't always want to speak that way. So I will say that I think 1 Command Corps is fine. I think you'd have fun. The second box fills out your Cavaliers and your Fusiliers, which is cool. I think if they wanted to make a really perfect box, they would have dropped the Command Corps and included 10 Steel Helms. And I think it's around the same price on their website. So I'm a little shocked they didn't do that. However, I don't think Games Workshop thinks, oh, let's try to get people to buy 2 of these. Although, maybe they should.
Well, they certainly didn't think that with the Dark Angels box.
It has the line in it.
Yeah, it has the lion in it, which is like you're definitely can't bring 2 of those.
No, absolutely. They must not be thinking that way. But I sort of wish they would, because I think many of us who have been in the hobby for a while now know that $500 worth of GW models to start an army is kind of a good deal. And I understand that points are different in 40K. These will go less far for you in 40K than they do in Sigmar, as far as closing in on 2,000 points. But if you had 2 of these and you had Steel Helms, instead of the Command Corps, 20 Steel Helms is 200. The Marshal is about 100. The Fusel Major is 140. So that's 440. The 20 Fusiliers are what? 140 for 10. So I think you're up to 700. The Cavaliers. I mean, honestly, you're still kind of a ways away. But you've got 2 cannons. You've got a Fusel Major. It's kind of a cool army. Honestly, it's probably close to 1,500, which means maybe you're like Talia away. Talia, or Free Gold Griffin. Yeah.
What I was thinking is, I wonder how these pair with, not the Combat Patrol box, Spearhead boxes.
Yeah, Chris just brought that up too in chat, and I think you guys are right. Like, absolutely, yeah. The Spearhead box for cities is another cannon, 5 Cavaliers, so your Cavaliers are up to 10. 10 Steel Helms, and the leader is actually the foot, or the Cavalier Marshal. Kind of weirdly, that's so bizarre. They put the Cavalier leader with the Steel Helms and Spearhead, and the foot leader with Cavaliers and no Steel Helms in the Christmas box.
I think they want you to buy both and have there's your army. There's most of your army.
Honestly, buy both. Buy 10 more Fusiliers. Maybe buy 10 more Steel Helms. And buy Talia or buy the Griffin. And you have you're pretty much there. You have no magic, so you'd also want like a battle mage, but it is a good place to start. And I like double cannon, as you know. We know Brett's getting into double cannon, so
he's not getting a double cannon. He wants 7 cannons.
Gets 7 cannons.
Exactly.
Polychrome. Thank you.
Right on time.
Lights are gonna go off in a second here. Polychrome says get 7 Season Sigmar boxes for Brett for his 7 cannons meta. I was surprised after building his 7 cannons list how much more he was still able to fit into the army. They're weirdly not expensive.
Yeah, they're only like 140 is what it was?
130, I think.
What? I mean, I guess, it has no other utility right? It ain't moving and taking
It
objectives. It is
it
just
doesn't.
blasting.
It moves 3 inches. And I think you're right. I think they actually did price it correctly for once. I think
Yeah.
they historically they've tended to way overprice this type of unit. They really make you pay for the absolute what if it went off at top. What if it really did its thing, right?
Yeah.
What if it pointed turn 1 at your opponent's centerpiece unit, and what if it hit, and what if it wounded, and what if it got through its armor, and what if it did max damage? I think that's kind of always what how GW has priced things like the cannon, these types of things, and I think finally for once, points wise, they didn't.
Yeah, they nailed it. It's in a good balanced spot.
I think so. I think so.
Okay, now oh Brett, there's Brett.
Yeah.
Brett, would your perfect box set just be 7 cannons? They could just
That
call it
does.
like artillery battery or something.
I mean, they do occasionally release. They do occasionally release cannon, or sorry, not cannons. They do occasionally release boxes that are kind of like that, right? Like I remember there was like a Tau Rapid Insertion Force box that got released alongside.
I would love thematic.
Yeah, yes, we should talk about that, right? And they try to sell these as thematic, but I don't think they quite get it always.
Okay, sorry.
Now,
this is gonna be okay.
go ahead. Well, I was gonna say, like, some of these are by default going to be thematic, no matter what. Like the cities one kind of just is. It's free guild. It's like everything free guild. They didn't put a Huracanum in here. They didn't put any elves or dwarves in here. You know, they probably again. I'm going to maintain that it's quite odd that there's no steel helms.
It is.
But I would say otherwise, this one is like pretty good, being thematic. But that wasn't hard to do, really, right? Like the theme is free guild stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I was going to say is that stepping slightly away from box sets, I think something that would be interesting in the future is if they did boxes for Regiments of Renown. Because if I want to play Skaven, right? I want a Skaven Regiment of Renown in AOS. I don't want to go buy all those boxes individually. I don't want to buy a box set to like get a bunch of stuff I don't need. But if I just want whatever it's Skaven Warp Blaster, whatever it's called,
but
that'd be cool.
Listen, Saray, I'm going to tell you, they do this already. They already do this.
Do they?
Yes. Now that said, I think it's not 100%, but they do. So, for example, I got my Cthulhu. She came in a box that was with 10 Witch Elves / however you want to build them, Sisters of Slaughter, 5 Doomfire Warlocks, might have been 20 Witch Elves actually, and that is her Regiment of Renown. But Ty, I think you're right. I don't think they do for all of them.
I'm saying I want to buy a box and not have to buy anything else.
Right. So sorry. I'm saying that they have for some of the forces.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like Cthulhu's the Daughters of Cain one. If you want to take the Crone Seer in your thing in your Caradron Overlords, you could go buy just her box.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And it has everything you need. I think there's a Stormcast one that is like this too. There's a few that are like this, Saray, but not all of them, as they're saying. Yeah, and it was end of third ed. It was a lot of like right at the end of third ed when they
it was
these.
Those what were the name of those boxes? Dawnbringer boxes.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think that would be a good way to not only. This is marketing brain. It would be a good way to like market those. Because if it was just like a box with a little bit of savings, I would probably do that. I don't know if Spearhead I think is also a great way to get people into it, but I think that's more aimed at like people who are beginners.
I guess the question
what
is,
what if I'm someone who already plays? If I already play and I'm like, I am this faction curious. I don't want to buy a whole box because I don't know if I actually want to play them or paint them or anything. But if I get a small little box of them where I'm not playing a new game, I'm not playing Warcry or something. I'm just getting, a pre-packaged thing with maybe a little bit of savings would be nice.
Yeah, I think it raises a big question, which is do we want all of the different box sets that ever get released? Does every box set should they have purpose? Right? Like when these Christmas box sets come out, should they release little rules with them that are like, this is another Regiment of Renown, right? This is essentially a Regiment of Renown. This one right here, the Flesh Eater Courts one, the Charnel Grand Jury, should this come out and have its own set of rules?
Yeah, I guess I mean that feels very Spearhead to me, and I think that while Spearhead is great, I don't know if that really works for. I think Spearhead should be staying Spearhead. I don't think there should be weird additional rules for. Oh, are you talking about if you were to play these in big AOS?
Yeah, in big AOS.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I think there's a world in which that could be implemented well, but that also just seems kind of like rules bloat.
They've also never done a good job with this, ever. Ever.
Yes. Historically speaking, not a good track record.
Yeah. But, I don't know. It's interesting.
There's a first time for everything, I guess?
How do we feel? Okay, I'm looking at the... Yeah, go ahead, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, kind of in line with what Brett was kind of jokingly saying, or I was jokingly saying about Brett having a box full of 7 cannons.
Yeah.
I really would just like here's a box of just like 20 or 30 Cavaliers and like 20 like 30 Steel Helms. And like that's all it is. There's a Cavalier Marshal in here. That's all we're giving you. There's nothing special. It's
I know. I think if cities were a more popular army, they would definitely be able to sell like 20 Fusiliers, 20 Steel Helms, 10 Cavaliers, no foot hero. Here it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or like you're saying, 20 Cavaliers, Free Guild Marshal on Free Guild Cavalier Marshal, boom. And that's, I'm saying I know 40K had a pass at something like that before. I don't know that they had their own rules or that they had I don't know if they had their own rule insert or anything, but like I said, I remember I bought the Tau Rapid Insertion Force. It was a Riptide, a Ghost Keel, I want to say 3 Crisis Suits, 3 Stealth Suits, and a Crisis Commander. And all the drones. And that's like, it was, the purpose was to go buy all of it was one of every suit, right? One unit of every suit. And it would be cool to see those, right? Like, give me a Flesh Eater Courts one that is Cryptghast, the Crypt Flare Leader, the Gore Warden, and then like 12 or 6 at least, but maybe 12 Flares. And same thing, 12 or 6 Bats. Like, give me the flying Flesh Eater Courts. That'd be cool, right? Like, and maybe 1 dragon. Like, right? Everything flying. The whole army, a whole flying Flesh Eater Courts army. And call it the fucking, winged...
Flesh Eater Air Force.
They give the dumbest name.
Dumb fucking names.
The dumbest name. The Flesh Eater Air Force.
Flesh Eater Air Force. 20 calves would just be like, just a shitload of cav, and that's what it would be called.
That's what it's called.
In the fancy Warhammer text. just a bunch of cav, just a shitload of cavalry.
Introduction of profanity into their product
profanity
names.
On the box.
I think the Flesh Eater Courts one is good with one major drawback. You guys all know what I'm going to say. Absolutely doesn't pass the 2 purchase test because the character it comes with, the hero it comes with, is unique. You can't have 2 Grand Justices.
Yeah.
That said, in modern AOS, how many foot heroes are we doubling up on nowadays? Not many, right?
Yeah, not really, huh? I mean, wizards maybe.
Sure,
If you're
especially yeah. Some people have like a good cheap light wizard that makes sense to double up on, like a battle mage. But
yeah
nobody's wizards are like go into a second slot, right? So nobody maybe Zinch does, I don't know, but nobody seems to have like bonus hero wizards.
yeah
You have to like open up a new regiment for it, a new drop. So not a lot of people are doing that. So I don't know. They could have kind of put any Flesh Eater Quartz hero in here, and I don't think there's any of them that you take two of.
yeah
That
exactly.
said, right. That said, you know that it's not an abhorrent arch regent is probably a little bit of a misstep for people who might want to buy two. You could also just go online and sell your second Grand Justice.
True.
You know,
It's always an option. Um, well. I guess you can't do. Does Flesh Eater Courts have any multi build characters? I feel like they have a lot of multi build units.
not not really, not really. Sorry, I want to check. Actually, I'll just stay in here and check. I want
Yeah.
to check the Flesh Eater Court Spearhead for
All
Eddie
right,
real
I'm gonna go
quick.
through and check what people were saying earlier. Some people were saying what their ideal boxes, and I didn't read them. Let's see. Soups. Not gonna lie, I was tempted by the DA box line, and 10 Knights would be all I want to make a real solid Deathwing force. Fair. Converting the line to Blood Angels feels wrong. I agree. Uh, perfect box set for Soups. Death Company one that just came out. Throw an extra 10 jump packs in there for the Foot Squad. That's it. That's all it needs.
I think. Sorry, real quick. This is the Spearhead. Here's the Flesh Eater Court's Charnel Grand Jury. The
Uh-huh.
Spearhead. It's sort of weird. You get three more bats. So you probably might want three more bats after that. Like I think I saw Ty saying that. So you
Yeah.
get 2 units of 6. But you also everything else you get is great. So now you can have 20 Crypt Guard. This is the Arch Regent. He's good, and this is the Vargoth. He's less good than he was, but he's still pretty good. So yeah, this plus Usharon is actually quite good, I would say.
Yeah. To answer Eddie's question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This plus up Spearhead and Oshoran would be a
I would
quite
point
a
it out.
good.
I'd point it out, Eddie, and see. It's not that it'd be bad to have a unit of 6 more begs and a unit of 3. In fact, it might be nice because the 3 can go do some objectives early on and then join the fight later. Um, yeah, I like the 20 Crypt Guard. I like the Arch Regent. Yeah, it seems pretty good actually. Like a good combo.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I'm trying to think
okay.
of like something else I think would be cool is I am just curious. I want someone at GW to just say, I don't know, maybe like each year at Christmas they say, all right, random employee who works at the writing, who works in the lore section, what is a what is a thematic army? Like what is the most thematic, most common version of this army we would see in the lore? Like what is the rate? Like okay, if we're playing cities, yeah, honestly, it would probably be like way more steel helms than anything else, right? So I want to see like it's
Yeah,
steel
Steel
helm, mostly
Helms.
steel helms, fusiliers, and like some cav, and like there's not going to be a bunch of steam tanks. There's not going to be, you know, I want the most thematic version of an army as a box
Maybe
set.
a yeah, maybe a cannon.
Yeah,
It also sort of depends. Like maybe a Fusel Major. It definitely. Yeah, the White Dwarf Bat Rep style army. Exactly.
yeah. Because then you're
Um,
getting away from like fully competitive mindset, and you're
yeah.
going with like a what just looks cool to look at, what is actually representative what the army would look like
Okay. Okay.
in
All right. Well,
lore.
let's do this. Right. Let's build our perfect spearhead. Let's start by building. Let's start by building like the most narrative spearhead.
Okay.
Not spearhead. Sorry, Christmas box. What faction do you want to do? You're going first.
Oh, well, you really throwing this on me. Okay. Okay, let's do. I'm gonna ask you. Are you gonna be bringing these up as we do
Yeah,
it?
I'm gonna pull up. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull up the army, and we're gonna
Mhm.
price it out as you build it. Okay, and then you're allowed to go up to. I'm the egghead accountant at Games Workshop.
Mhm.
It's allowed to go according to GW website prices MSRP. It's allowed to go up to $100 over. So you can
Okay.
build $340 for and make a really and make whatever.
Oh man, you kind
Yeah.
of put me on the spot here. I had an
No
idea
tip.
for one. I don't think it would be a good box, but let's just talk about it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's well,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. We no criteria for this one. This is our first, this is our warm up. All right,
Yeah, this
where
is
am
a
I
warm
going?
up one.
Chaos,
Go. No, we're going to. Yeah, we're going to Slaves of Darkness.
Slaves of Darkness. Okay,
Everyone, this is a warm up one. Okay.
we're gonna build a cart. We're gonna put it in our cart as we
Uh huh.
go. Okay, we're
All
gonna
right.
make a
We're
cart
going. We're
here.
going thematic here, right?
Okay, we're go. Well, it's up to you, Saray. Like I said, this is a warm up one, so I want you to feel comfortable.
Okay. Okay.
Before we do it, let's get. You think for a minute. Let's get
Okay.
to Rudy. Let's get to Rudy real quick here.
And then
Rudy,
go
thank
to
you as always for the
go to
support.
GW.
I cannot find where the mouse is. There it is. Okay. Rudy, first of all, gifted some memberships. As always, we appreciate that. Guys, we really appreciate gifted memberships right now. We are having a lot of growth right now, and it's very exciting, but it is in subs, not in members. So whenever you guys give members, that does help. It takes all those new people who have become subs and it makes some of them members. And then we hope that some of them will say, "Oh, cool! I like this place. Maybe I'll stay a member." So it's a big deal, and we do appreciate it. The past 3 days in a row, thanks to mostly Saray and Ted, we had record-setting sub days. We had one on Thursday that got broke on Friday, that got broke yesterday by an insane amount. I don't know if we're ever going to get that many subs in a day again. So it was really nice. Okay, Rudy
Okay.
says,
So
"Hi."
no, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Hobby Club Fab. Congratulations on your 10K subscribers. Are you allowed to discuss any YouTube GW perks that come with this awesome milestone? Well, we have kind of been joking and candid about our Games Workshop relation. We don't have one yet at all. Later today, I'll resend out an email to them. We think that they want 10,000. We know for sure they like 10,000 for 40K, but they in the past, maybe not since fourth ed, they have flexed on those numbers a little bit for Age of Sigmar. So we just don't know. This is all kind of hearsay. So we'll give it another go and we'll see. It'd be a cool relationship to have. Save us a lot of money, frankly. I think we're excited about it for that reason more than any other. But of course, whenever a new book comes out on a Saturday, we want to play that book and be like, here we are playing the new book. I'll be honest with you, we know other channels do that. We know a lot of 40K channels play AOS and will show off the new book when they get around to it. We really kind of still just schedule and play games based on the not ruining our lives. It's okay to ruin my life a little bit for the show and Saray's life a little bit, but not nearly as much as mine. Other than that, we don't really try to ruin our crew's lives. If Brad is the Skaven player and he can't really make it that Saturday and Skaven came out, we weren't like, cool, Brad, get down here and play. It's not something we do. So people first, but yes, getting the models, getting them free, getting them in advance, being able to paint them up and get them on the table super early will be exciting, Rudy. No lies about that. As far as YouTube perks go, we don't. Again, you can look and find people discuss that there's some bracketing that goes on. YouTube might be more likely to show your content to somebody when they log on. I play Warhammer. I log on. Okay, YouTube has to do this thing where they're like, all right, let me show this idiot a bunch of things he can look at. They might be more likely to grab us now because we've demonstrated that we can hold 10,000 subscribers, that it means we're putting stuff out. We were talking about this a little bit yesterday, Saray, at dinner, and
Yeah.
we were saying that it's sort of just like it's not an exact science for them, but it does just indicate, it's a good indicator. So that's sort of what we've heard. That 10,000 has a little bit of a bracketing in that regard. Again,
Yes.
both of those things kind of hearsay. I think both companies are intentionally tight-lipped on those things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I've come up with an idea. We're gonna see how this works. I'm gonna need help, chat's help with this one. All right, we're gonna go Forces of Bellicor because I
Okay.
feel like he is underappreciated.
I'm going to
Okay.
start off by adding Bellicor to my cart.
Okay.
Bad news. Bad news. Your
I was gonna say maybe not actually put him. This is Forces of Bellicor.
Oh, okay.
Not
Then you know
Bellicor
what?
himself.
I'm gonna delete Bellicor.
Delete him.
All right, no Bellicor in the Forces of Bellicor.
So these are the
This is
forces
from the marketing of Saray. Let's hear it. Keep going, Saray.
We'll call this box.
Paul.
We'll call this box Bellicor was busy. Is the name of this box. Bellicor's he can't make it to the battlefield today, so he's going to send these guys out instead. So we're going to throw Eternus on there.
Oh, okay. I'm back on plan. I'm back on board now. This is actually Eternus, Blade of the First Prince.
Yep.
We're adding him to the cart. There he is.
Throw him in there.
Add to cart.
I hate this already. All right. Look, this is not going to be a good box. So for those of you who don't know, Bellicor, at least in the old world, king of the demon princes, had his own demon prince kingdom. So throw a demon prince in there.
Demon Prince. Okay. Now I do want to say Liberty Fires. They did have some kind of Eternus battle force last year. I think you're right, but that's okay. We're just gonna let Saray make his own up.
This is Bellicor. Yeah.
I'll say this already. This is already a good double buy. However, because
you can build these multiple ways.
Yeah.
All right. Legionnaires.
Okay.
Can someone check if Legionnaires are reinforceable for me? Because I know they're a Warcry band. They might not be reinforceable, which means they're terrible. And they are terrible anyway. But we need some chaff. Throw at least 2 in there. Give me 2.
All right. Do you want to check in on your price?
Yeah, let's look at our price. Is this euros or dollars?
All right. You are that's it. You hit it.
No.
Yep, you hit it. This is his box. This is
how much is this?
How do you guys rate? Oh wait, I gave you 2 Eternuses. Let me go down to 1. Sorry, I don't know how that happened. Okay, this is 271 already. You need to. Saray just disappeared, but hopefully he'll be back. You need to. Saray's gonna need to. 340. Remember, is the limit. Okay. Let me see where he went. There he comes. Hey, Saray. Can't hear you quite yet.
Can you?
Yeah, we can hear you. There you go.
I'm being silenced here.
You're being silenced. You'll have to switch your cameras. We know that somehow always has to happen.
always have to. All right, give me
It's
one
a nice
second.
little perk from Video Ninja. They go ahead and switch your cameras whenever you have.
Like,
they kick you off and switch your cameras on you. They're like, "Hey,
just trying to keep you on your feet, buddy.
Just trying to help you guys out. Hey, would it be useful if we kicked you out every now and then and had your camera switch?"
All right, am I better? Am I fixed?
It's better. Okay, Saray, your box set. Boy, this is great. Look at, you guys can see my screen. Where's the cart? Look at this. Look at this crap. Look how hard that is to see. God.
All right, where are we at? You said I have another $100.
$271. You have not much left. Yeah, you have about $70.
Oh, this is tough.
And by the way, we said really between like 50 and 100 in savings. You've already really gotten there almost. So the eggheads at accounting are already looking at this and going, "This looks good. This looks pretty good." And you're trying to add one more thing. So what are you going to add?
I'm going to say kiss my butt to them.
Kiss my
Um,
butt, eggheads.
Wait, hold on. How much was the Maggotkin box? We're gonna say that's the upper limit. That was 60.
All right, you pull up the Magickin box and tell me every. Chef already kind of mentioned it, but let's get it
Yeah.
exact. All right, we're gonna delete this cart because I can't have two carts at once. So I'm gonna remove everything in my cart one at a time.
All right. Go to the flies. Put 4 of those in.
Okay, hold on, everyone. Age of Sigmar, Chaos, Magickin and Nurgle. Okay, here we go. What have we got? We got two, up. There we go. Okay, we've got Lord of Afflictions box
Times 2.
times
Yep.
2.
Okay.
Okay,
We got Rotmire Creed times 2. Or is it just 1?
it's just one. Nice
Okay.
try.
Well, one Rotmire Creed.
Okay,
Then we got Putrid Blight Kings. Yep.
and then we've got Horsey Boy.
And then we got Horsey.
Okay, I can't add him, but he's gonna add $60.
Okay.
So yeah, that's 340. That's 343.
All right. So I have an extra 70.
Yeah, you have an extra 70. Okay.
All right.
What if GW booted me from their site? What they were like, what are you
Like,
doing?
what are you
You're
doing?
kicked
Get
out.
out of here. All right.
All right,
I got
back
70
to
bucks.
your.
All right. What is the thematic choice, y'all? Okay, I could add a Centurion Marshal.
You could add 10 Chaos Warriors.
We could, but we're not doing that.
All right, let me go back and back. So we got Demon Prince, we've got Eternus, and we've got 2 units of Legionnaires. This is the 2 units of Legionnaires are killing you, by the way. I like it. But
Yeah. All right. You want to see my dark horse? I feel like
Yeah.
Centurion Marshal is the correct answer, right?
a third leader, yeah.
Centurion Marshal is the correct choice. Dark horse, Slaughter Brute.
You're adding the Slaughter Brute into it.
Soul Grinder. Sorry, Soul Grinder.
Soul Grinder. Oh my
Terrible,
god.
ugly, awful unit. Terrible model.
You're over your limit though, dude.
Here. This is what I'm telling GW. No one's going to buy a Soul Grinder anyway. You might as well throw it in there. You got to get this thing off the shelf.
All right, guys, what do you think? All right, so wait, this is Saray's.
This box sucks.
What? This box sucks. All right, this is a warm up. Do you want another try at an actual real box?
Give me a minute.
Give him a minute. Okay. All right. This is Saray's. This is Saray's Christmas box. Imagine opening this Christmas morning from your loved one. Okay, your soups in your robe, and you've been given a gift from your loved one or your loved ones. You're in your robe Christmas morning. You've got your soup, so you've got your hot cocoa, and you are opening up a Demon Prince, a Turnus, 16 infantry models, and this fucking thing. I think.
All right.
I think the feeling is when you look over and there's Umi. Or let's say somebody is Umi in here right now. Umi, are you here? We'll say Polly. Polly is also in his pajamas opening his Christmas present. What's Polly opening? And then how do they compare? All right. So is this? I love this box, Ray.
It's an awful box. All right, okay, if we wanted to actually fix this box, though, what you would do is you'd get rid of the Soul Grinder. You'd probably get rid of the Demon Prince, honestly. You would add in a Furies box, but they don't sell on their own. You have to buy that Raptorix and Furies. And then you would
maybe they could box it that way, though, I think.
I don't know how you would price it, though.
Oh, yeah, for us. Okay. No, you're right. That would be cool. Furies would make sense.
Yeah, you'd be Furies and Eternus. You drop the Soul Grinder, drop the Demon Prince, add in a Centurion Marshal, and then fill it out with either probably Chaos Warriors.
All right, let's
That's the
do this.
actual thing you should do.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Eternus. Wait, did I empty all my card out?
No. Get rid of the Demon Prince.
Let's go down to 1 Eternus. Are
Yeah,
you keeping
stop-
Legionnaires?
Stop giving. Yeah, still 2 Legionnaires. It sucks, but we got to do it.
Still
the
2
Centurion
Legionnaires.
Marshal.
Centurion Marshal. Okay.
And then Furies. It
Now,
still sucks.
I think what we could do is this. We could just add the Chaotic Beasts.
Yeah, and then half the price.
We could do that. So that's 30. I can't even add them. They're sold out. So that's 30. So you're actually still good at. You could do more. You could do 30 puts you up to 311.
Investigate 311.
Yeah. I don't know why I said 311. Like 310.
Yeah. I mean, we're in the right range. I don't know what we could add. I mean, maybe another box of Furies.
Maybe 6 more Furies, or
a third squad of Legionnaires.
Or hear me out. Furies, or maybe one of these cool monsters, like the Verminoid Crusher.
How much is it? $40?
Yeah, 45.
Yeah, throw them in there. And there's our new box.
You're a little over, but all right.
We were over on the last one too.
All right. Let me make one. What army should I make one for? Who should we let pick the army?
Chat. What do you let chat say?
No, I know. I want chat to say, but who in chat? They're all going to say different things. Just whoever. Soups went first. He said Daughters of Cain. All right, cool. I'm going to make a cool Daughters of Cain one. This is easy. Yeah, 200 Witch Elves.
That's it. It's not very thematic.
All right, here we go. Let's make a cool Daughters of Cain one.
Okay.
So
let's talk theme. You have to have a theme. Mine had a theme, which is why it sucked.
Mine is going to be elves. It's going to be elves, not snake owls.
No, that's too easy.
It's called the. It's going to be centered around elf worship of Cain. Too easy?
Yes, that's way too easy. That's like me saying, okay, we're gonna do slaves to darkness, but only warriors and chosen.
All right, fine. All right.
Let's do Battle Force, Daughters of Cain. Oops, all dudes.
No, there's only one unit. You can't even do it.
Okay,
Morag High. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I would say I know that there's Crethusa. She's like anti-Marathi. Is there a force where we could do that?
Yeah.
Or would that just be regular Daughters of Cain?
They've already done it.
Yeah, but can we expand it out to a full?
Yeah, let's do it. So you got to have Crethusa.
Mm-hmm. So already off to a bad start in your mind.
She's okay. Here's the problem with her. Everything in all of her rules currently, she has to be near a cauldron of blood. So we have to have a cauldron of blood.
Okay. There's
okay.
2.
Not a bad start. We are already up to.
We're already over the limit.
We're already. Oh wait, we gotta get some of these jackasses out of here. Eternus, Legionnaires. Okay, we're already up to 144. So I've got about $200 to play with. This is easy. So she needs Doomfire Warlocks, and they are so good that they're sold out online.
Oh, okay.
Oh, by the way, yeah, I'll pull this up. This is the one that they have already. This is the Dawnbringers box we were telling you about earlier, Saray.
Uh-huh.
Crethusa, 10 Witch Elves or Sisters of Slaughter, and then it just includes the Spearhead poly. You open it up, and it's like a few other models, and then the Spearhead is in there.
Yeah, it's just not even packaged; they're just kind of loosely thrown in. Actually, are you going to cheat and just add that box and then add onto that? Because there's surely savings there already too.
No, I don't. Well, that would be sick. Should we? What do you guys think?
Is that cheating?
Is that cheating to put the Dawnbringers box in? The Dawnbringers box, by the way, just for what it's worth, if you are trying to get into Daughters of Cain in 4th Ed, Crethusa is cool. I won't deny that. And she's kind of okay. She's not bad, and she dropped like 30 points in the first points fix. So, rules is written, it's legal. Jules says, "Okay, cool. All right, I'm doing it. I'm gonna make a sick. Why will you not leave my box set, my cart? Yeah, I know you're not there anymore. Aternus. Oh, did they make Aternus like in his actual rules where you can't remove him from your cart?
Yeah, just
He
like
has
his
a
rules
gl-
in the game.
Yeah, he
Every
has a
time you
glitch.
try to get rid of him, he comes back.
He comes back into your cart, and you're like calling your bank. You're like, this is not funny. I don't
I don't
want
know.
this.
Sorry, he rolled a 7.
All right, I'm removing
Back in the cart.
Crethusa. It's because I'm using the back button. I know. Catastrophe is a great way. Is a great summary of the GW site. All right. This does me a lot of savings. Okay, so Dawnbringer's Daughters of Cain. So Crethusa, I'm going to add 10 more Witch Elves. I'm going to add, hear me out on this, 10 more Witch Elves.
Okay.
And then I know this is weird.
Hear it a third time?
I know this is weird, but I'm actually thinking strongly about adding 10 more Witch Elves, and I just did. Okay, so let's view the cart. 40 Witch Elves. Oh, it's too much. I went over. Ah, dang. Okay. We've got to drop Witch Elves, and now it feels weird to have 30.
Yeah, that's the wrong amount. You got to
We
go
want-
one reinforced.
We want 20. Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna add Witch Elves. Now we have. Oh, didn't work. Didn't take. It's struggling with the back button. It doesn't want me to be using the back button, is what I can tell. Okay. So now we're at 258. We have 20 Witch Elves, 5 Doomfire Warlocks, Crethusa, and a Cauldron of Blood. I need about $90 more.
I don't think you're gonna find it.
Well, I would say for sure we want 5 more Doomfire Warlocks. And then I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So you get a cart, Crethusa, 10 Doomfire Warlocks, 20 Witch Elves.
Okay, that's pretty good.
No, Shadow Stalkers aren't thematic tie, because they are Marathi's personal agents. So Crethusa would theoretically not work with them. Although you can take lists where that's it.
Okay,
right.
I want to go again. Let me go again.
Wait, how did I do, chat? How did I do? I think I'm the front runner. I think I beat the hot dumpster fire box of Aternus and the Centurion Marshal Aternus combo.
All terrible. Well, Be'lakor. Well, I didn't put Be'lakor in, so fair.
Yeah, Ty. That's you should work in sales at GW.
All right,
put these guys in.
I will do a Fire Slayers one, Liberty. Maybe you and I can tackle that one together.
Oh yeah. No, Liberty asked if you do a Fire Slayers one.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do.
Thank you for the support, Liberty.
We'll do that one joint. I want to do a quick Iron Jaws one. Look, I already know I talked about how good the Battle Force is.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my own version here. I don't know what we're gonna name this one. Here's what you're gonna do: add two squads of brutes.
Boy, this is hard. There's 2 armies in here. I have to sift through 2 armies to build 1 army.
Throw the Mega Boss in there too while you're at it. To the right.
Okay.
All right. 2.
That's
Rekkas.
about 170.
Okay.
2 who?
2 of the Rekkas. Either of those 2. They're the same thing.
170, 230, 290. You're almost out.
50
you got
bucks
about
left?
You got about $50 left.
Throw the War Chanter in there. weird. How much are they each? Are
Uh,
they the
they're
same
they're
price? I can't
they're
tell.
about the same price. I think the
Add the
chanter,
add. No. Add the wizard.
the shaman.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Booyah! That's a perfect box.
This is a great Iron Jaw's foot box. Yeah, this is good. I
Yes.
think this is good.
We're gonna call it
It's
"Welcome to Fucktown."
welcome to Fucktown.
That's
Okay,
what
all
it's gonna
right, all
say in the
right.
box. Because this
Fires
box
and Liberty
fucking
wants a. This is
rules.
a good one. I think this is the new front runner. It's nice and
Thematic and simple, and you know exactly what you need to do.
yeah. What you almost did exactly what Jules said. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
All right. And Soups, you're probably right. Adding the Dawnbringers box is probably cheating. But I was under a bit, so I might have been okay. I still might have been okay. Also, I don't think they would do that. They wouldn't take the Spearhead box and just add 10 more Witch Elves, 10 more Doomfire
No.
Warlocks, and a Cauldron. Weird Fist. All right. Liberty Fires suggests the name Weird Fist Mob, which I think is good, but that, of course, is against Welcome to Fucktown. So you
Yeah.
guys...
I like my name. Well, I think Weird Fist Mob is one of the battle formations.
Okay. So
Or
not
there's one
really
that,
a good
there's one that emphasizes magic. Sorry.
All right, so Liberty wants a Foot Fire Slayers list.
Okay, this is gonna be a little bit harder for me.
And me.
Okay.
But let's start by adding the Spearhead. No, I'm just kidding. Let's start by by looking at the Spearhead, which we have this Spearhead fully painted. We just haven't played Spearhead on stream, and we haven't added to our Fire Slayers yet, though we will. The problem for Fire Slayers is that I don't know what any of these things are. They all just look the same to me. Okay.
We said no magma drops. Don't they
No
have a pretty
magma
limited
drops.
range? They have a kind of a limited range then.
It's kind of limited. Okay, but I think that works in our favor. So we're gonna start off with a hero, and I like a father on foot. I think he's good. Where is he? Oh, but this is weird. The way you get the father and the son is by buying a Magma Drop kit. Did you know that, Saray? It's
No, I
actually
didn't.
it's actually kind of nice the way they do it. So when you buy a Magma Drop kit, you get the little hero, and you can make a foot hero.
Oh, okay.
Daughters of Cain work this way too with the cauldrons. Actually, it's actually very convenient. It's kind of cool of GW to do it that way.
Give you a little bonus guy.
Yeah, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Very good Catholic joke, Ty. Okay, let's do. Okay, so we have to figure out a different leader. The Doomseeker is not a good leader. Neither is the Grimwrath Berserker or the Grimhold Exile. But the Arc Rune Master, I think, is a good leader. However, he's also in the Spearhead, and the Arc Flamekeeper is a good leader. All right, let's start with...
What's the name of the lady dwarf? She's in the Warcry band, isn't she? So she can't be a leader, can she?
Vulcan Flameseekers. We could add them.
I kind of like the idea of adding them.
They are the coolest looking unit.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll add the Vulcan Flameseekers. We'll add the Flamekeeper.
Okay.
And the Rune Master. He's not available. They won't let me add him, but he's $40.
Okay.
We need some basic guys, which means we need Volkite Berserkers.
Berserkers. Okay.
And then we need some elite, which are Hearthguard Berserkers. And that's it. That's it. That's all there is. Everything else is either a character or a Magnadroth or a terrain piece or Gotrek. This is why, Liberty, They've never done a Fire Slayer's Christmas box.
Because they just give you the whole army.
Here we go. For $215, you get very little, honestly. Oh, and this isn't even $215. We said we. Oh no, but we can go up to $340. Sorry.
Yeah.
So we'll double the Berserkers.
Oh yeah, definitely double the Berserkers.
And then we can
I say double the other guys too. The
both types of
Berserkers.
Berserkers.
Yeah.
That is. Well, okay, but then we don't have the other foot hero. Maybe that's okay.
That's fine.
With one, we get the Volkite Flameseekers. That's cool. An Arc Flamekeeper. Or we could do the Rune guy. I couldn't add him. One or the other. And then you get 30 dwarf bodies.
Wait, do they have war machines? People are talking about cannons.
No, they. None of these things that Soups is saying are real.
Are
Did you
real?
see this part where he says he knows nothing about them? These are units. Actually, these are units
I
they
felt for
should
Ty
have.
saying the flame cannon, but
Runechime Spume Cannon is definitely a thing that they should have.
spume cannon.
Spume Cannon.
I want to see the ass cannon. From
All right,
Chaos
I'm gonna
Force.
make a real one.
Okay.
Another real one. Here we go. I'm gonna make an Achelian. It's pretty much the army I'm making.
Arkelian?
Achelian. I'm gonna make an Achelian cavalry army. Okay, it won't have either of the Eidolons in it.
And it won't
Oh
have
wait, this is
Arkelian.
going to be unpleasant to make because all the eels are sold out. So I just have to do math now. I hate this. Okay.
Math is for nerds.
The Achelian King is, but you know what? This is easy because everything's $60. So it's just 5 things. I get to pick 5 things. So it's going to be the Achelian King, shark, eel. That's actually that feels like light for a Christmas box though, doesn't it? You open it up and there's 6 eels, 2 sharks, and then Achelian King. It's 10 models. It's 9 models.
Yeah, I don't know. The eels are pretty big. You know, that's like getting Varangard. I guess 10 model, and the sharks are pretty big too, aren't they? They're like pretty chunky models.
Yeah, and the Achelian King's kind of big too.
Yeah, I don't know. I would be fine with that. I would like that box.
So for $240, you would get 2 sharks, 6 eels, and the Achelian King. I don't know.
I mean, you could just go for the full opposite and just go full Namardi.
All right, let's try that.
And it'll be. We gotta come up with a name for it, though. All right. Oh, did you break?
No. Here we go. Okay. All right. Full Namardi. So we want.
Adam has a good idea too. We should do that. Iron Jaws is still available and is still available. The Namardi slave trade. Oh my god.
All right. So we want an Asharan Soul Render.
Okay.
We want a Thrall Master. And we want a Tidecaster.
That's a lot of characters in a box.
It's 3 little foot characters. Yeah, I know. And then they would not make this box. And then we want Thralls, Reavers.
Okay. What are we at?
$345.
Oh, so we're like right on the money then.
Pretty close. The eggheads would probably make me drop one of these characters. So we'll drop.
Yeah, they would.
we'll drop the Tidecaster. So for 310, that's savings of.
That's like one of the less good savings box. This is like Iron Jaws level savings box.
Well, no. 240. You're still saving $70.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's not a ton. It's not saving.
It's not a
ton
ton.
though.
It's not a ton. So for that much, you get 2 characters and 40 things. I mean, this is the list I'm going to start painting in the spring, more or less. This kind
Unfortunately, it'll never sail because it'll never make it to market because it's called the Namarti slave train.
of stuff. Marty's slave.
I was gonna say we cannot do that.
We cannot. Yeah.
We already approved Welcome to Fucktown.
We can't.
I can't do both of these.
All right. Welcome to fuck. All right. Elf Alliance Army.
Elf Alliance Army. This is a fun idea. Even though
It is a fun idea.
You can't play it.
An unplayable army. Does it have to start with Teclis, I'm afraid? Or should Teclis not be in it? Because if Teclis is in it, then Deepkin won't be there.
Yeah. The Namarti will not arrive.
All right, so no Teclis. I was going to add Teclis, but I guess we can't.
We can't do it.
All right.
Blind box loot crate. Yeah. Okay.
So there has to be a leader from each army, and they can't. It's going to be tough. We're still trying to get it under 340?
We can try.
All right.
I don't know if we're going to be able to do it.
So I think for Lumineth, they probably need to send a wizard. And I think we need to focus on Venari stuff, not Alarith or Harakan stuff.
Yeah.
So has to be basic dudes.
All right, so who makes the best? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to assign everyone a role in this army. Okay, who are going to be the shield wall? That's going to be Lumineth, almost certainly, right?
Yeah, I think Lumineth are for sure. My guess is I guess what, like Wardens and Sentinels?
Wardens are the spears, right?
Yeah.
Or no, Sentinels are the spears.
No, Sentinels are the bows.
I would do Wardens.
Okay.
We're going to have to build this box slowly. I would do Wardens first. Okay, let's leave Lumineth for now. That's their contribution. We'll come back to them later.
All right. Cavalry speaking, I think we go to Deepkin.
Yes, I agree. You want to probably do Eels?
Eels. I think Deepkin could be pretty easy with an Achillean King and some Eels.
Yeah.
But the problem is that is $180. Well, that's about a third. We'll allow ourselves to go up to 360 here.
Okay.
So each army gets $180.
Okay.
Okay, so the $180 of Deepkin, I can't add the Eels, which is super annoying because they're sold out. They need to fix that for influencers. I need to be able to add things that are sold out.
Are we influencers?
Yeah, I'm an influencer. Let me add things that are sold out to my cart while I'm doing my segments.
Ahead of other people. Please.
I'm not buying anything, guys. You guys already send it to me for free. Okay, so the Achillean King
ever since we hit 10,000 subs.
And I'm gonna. You know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll add 2 sharks in.
2 what? No.
Well, okay, but they're placeholders for the Eels.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
are they offensive or 10,000? Are they the offensive or defensive or offensive Eels?
The Eel kit is the Eel kit. You can build whichever one you want.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. So we've got the. Ooh. Okay. Now we need Daughters of Cain.
Yeah, we need some Daughters.
What do they add?
I think just insane infantry murder.
Okay. I was gonna say maybe the Melusai?
We could go snakes. Let's go snakes.
I feel like that is. If we're talking about like what is thematic, it would not be It wouldn't be any of the weird ones.
It'd be normal elves.
Because she wants to keep those like secret, right?
Yeah, they're a little more inner circle.
Yeah.
If we want true elf stuff, I think we gotta go elf stuff.
Which elves, right?
Yeah. So I think we want a Cauldron of Blood.
Yeah, I mean they all recognize Kane still, so
I think we want a cauldron of blood and 20 witch elves.
okay. So here's what I think. Okay,
Go ahead.
I think thematically that makes sense, but I think what would make the most sense for the box would be the bow elves.
Bow
I
snakes.
think bow snakes. Sorry.
But won't what are we not going to have sentinels for? Are we not going to have bow sentinels for Lumineth?
We still have to go to cities and add the dark elves. I just
No,
remembered.
I'm not adding dark elves from cities.
Okay,
That's
okay,
it's
okay.
not a real. I don't recognize it as a true elf faction.
They were one of the originals.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
fine. No Achillean. This is a hard one. What would you change? I mean, it's hard to say because like we don't. This wouldn't technically work as an army, but
well.
so
It'd be cool if they. It'd be cool if it did, though,
yeah.
huh? I don't know.
I'm gonna say the Achillean the Ideneth are maybe overrepresented.
Oh, well, this is unfortunately only it's Eels King. You wanna.
Would we maybe remove the? It's like who would be leading the army? That's the hard question. I feel like Ideneth would not be trusted to. Oh, hey Bartok. I feel like I just seen his tail.
Yeah.
I feel like they wouldn't be trusted to do that.
Okay, so you would. Well, no, I know we need a leader for each. I assumed each one would have a leader.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, this just kind of comes in higher because he's a cavalry leader, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And they're all the Achillean leader. There's oh no, there are
Sebastian.
foot Achilleans. Um, actually,
Sorry,
I'm
what?
good, Rudy. I'm good on Deepkin. I bought a ton from one of our users, Vino. Him and I sold each other some stuff and sorted it out, kind of. So, I'm kind of set on Deepkin.
I'm gonna say. Sorry, who else do we have to add?
Daughters. I
Represent.
think daughters could have a low count, maybe, but yeah, it's tough. It's
Do we switch out wardens for sentinels and then
do
add witch elves
can we
as the
go
melee
back?
unit?
Can we go back to? Oh, I see. I see. Or I was gonna say, can we go back to the eggheads and ask for more money?
No, they're gonna say no.
Because I feel like, look, can I show you what I would do if we had
Okay,
endless
yeah,
money? Here's what I would do
yes.
if we had. Here's what I would do if we had endless money. Okay, let's go back to Lumineth real quick.
This is
I would.
just cool box set,
This is
not
just cool elf box set. I go to okay back to Lumineth. We've got the wardens. I would add the sentinels. And for the character, I want something a little bulkier. I want something a little. I kind of want a wizard. So I'm actually going to add a wizard. And Lore Seeker would be cool. Where is he? I'm looking for. There he is. Light of Ethereon. I'm adding him.
Oh,
And I'm
he
going to
could be
add
the
a.
leader. Well, I think he would be an okay leader. I feel like also you just kind of want the most generic. There's a part of me that's like this elf union is like no big characters would be showing up for this unless it's
You don't think so? Well, he is a named character. All right, I'm going to add this. By the time Suri gets back, this is going to be done. Okay, we need a wizard. Let's add Sad Elf Girl. Okay, and then for my daughters, I'm going to add what I had. Here we go. Order Daughters of Cain. Okay, you're back.
yeah. Sorry,
Okay,
okay. You can finish your box set. I'm gonna do mine after. I'm gonna do my elf box set.
all right, all right. We'll compare elf box sets and we'll
Yeah.
see. All right, but what's our price limit?
Just match yours.
You'll match mine. Oh my god, mine's $590.
I feel like they're not gonna let that slide.
All right, this is gonna be a $350 box. It's got 10 wardens and a Kelly. We'll do them by section. Sorry. All right. So for Lumineth, it's got 10 sentinels, 10 wardens, the Light of Aetherion, and a Sakari Cathalar. And then it's got a Kellyan King, and we're gonna say these are eels.
Mhm.
And then for Daughters of Cain, it's got Cauldron of Blood and 20 Witch Elves for $590. All right, make yours, Saray. Tell me yours.
All right,
Okay.
all right. Here, 590. All right, here's my list. Teclis,
Yes.
Marathi Kane.
What? No.
the king of whatever his name is.
The Kellyan King. He wouldn't go anywhere near Teclis.
Not the killing king. The what's the name? Not the character that's the storm, and he comes in 2 variants.
Oh, that's not a unique character, but yeah.
Who is the unique character for? They don't have one, do they? They don't have.
It's Volturnus. He's made from the Kellyan King kit.
Yes, and Volturnus.
He's not quite on the same level as Teclis and Marathi, though.
That's fine.
That's your box set?
How much is it?
Under $590, that's for sure. It would be... How much is Teclis? Marathi's like 110, I think.
That's with her little version of herself as well.
Oh, never mind. Marathi's 170. That's right. They've been raising prices. 170
Oh yeah, that's right.
plus 200 is 370. And then Volturnus is 60. So 370. So it's cheaper than mine.
So mine could actually fit in a Christmas box set.
We didn't purposely forget Sylvaneth Liberty. Sylvaneth are not elves. Fun fact. A lot of people don't know that.
That is true.
Although you should. Any AOS person should know that. Yeah, they're not elves. Alario
sorry. Do I still have money?
For $590? Yeah.
Throw Alario.
Okay, Alario in. Okay.
And I'll call mine. I just want to paint elves box.
How's it going, John? Polly, yes, the hobbying. Good call. How are you doing, Say?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're still doing that, huh? Good. Let's see. Before we end the show, I'm gonna add a little bit of red to these. I'll do that momentarily. I decided I'm gonna go a little weird with the orc patterns. I'd mentioned this earlier. So they're all just kind of mix and match little ramshackle armor. So this guy that I'm painting now is gonna have half black, half orange armor, like split right down the middle.
Oh, can we see?
Yeah, sure. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were on this. So I still need to do the bright orange, but he's going to be split down the middle like this. Whereas some are going to be like this, you know? He's going to be like bottom half black, top half orange. Some are going to be fully orange, and they're going to have some black markings. Basically, they're all going to be slightly different. Because there's actually not that many orcs to paint in this army.
Right, which is kind of nice, huh? I actually like the way... I was wondering if, like, adding the brown would be, like, an insanity of, like, one more color.
Uh-huh.
Add it to this, but I'm fine with it. I like it.
Oh, nice.
So the brown strap, we'll keep the brown strap for the Eels... what do you call it? Saddle, I guess. I might. It actually looks pretty good. Even, you know, this is the thing you gotta love about Citadel Shades is, and the models is like I have done no edge highlighting on any of this. You can already kind of see it just because of the way the wash falls.
Yeah.
I wasn't super sloppy with the wash. I do kind of try to like focus, get like add more in deeper areas. But I'm pretty happy with that. And in fact, I might call it there on that because most of the other steps on these eels is actually adding up for a lot of time. Although I'm almost done. So all I have left are these straps. And I have 18 of them in, well, not with the straps, but I have 18 of them in this state where the straps aren't done. So I really just have the straps and the tassel to finish, and then the riders.
All right. I know we've got fan stuff, so I'm just gonna.
We do have fan stuff. Should we do it?
This real quick. Well, let me. Yeah, I was gonna show this real quick before we go. That way, I can have it. I can paint it, and then when we come back, it'll be dried up. So, adding this scarlet red, it looks very red. It's actually kind of orange though, very orange red. And basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this. I'm going to end up getting it all over the skin, and I'm going to have to redo the skin later. But that's fine, because I wasn't really. These models are hard to break up into individual parts for painting. So
you mean during assembly?
Well, for painting, right? There's so much skin is so deeply recessed.
Yes,
behind the armor. It's do I paint the armor first and then have to redo the armor later? Or do I do the skin and then have to redo the skin later? I think doing the skin's a little bit easier. Redoing the skin's going to be a little bit easier. So.
Yeah, I was going to ask you for that about which one you're going with. I typically find skin the hardest and what I most want my airbrush to do.
Yeah.
But with orc skin it might be different. I could see. I could see cases for either. It also, like you said, just depends on the area and the coverage and what's underneath what. Rudy,
yeah.
Thank you. That's really nice to hear. Sending us a Fire Slayer Magna drop. Yeah, we are hoping to get this army happening around. Tom from SoCal was asking me about this too. When are we going to be doing this army? And we are hoping to have it around springtime. I should say we're hoping to work on it around springtime. So hopefully it gets on the table before summer of 2025. And metallics. Burr, if you're asking me what metallic I use for the copper, it was Vallejo. What's the brand specific?
Metal color.
Line?
Vallejo
metal color copper. And then I use Citadel. I use the what do you call it? Contrast, the Thematic blue, the pretty thin down one for my patina or whatever it is. Okay. Let's hop into some fan stuff here.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm turning you down for just a second. Actually, it's kind of weird. Your mic is really picking up your airbrush, which is kind of
sorry, it's right next to it. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Gotta move over. The problem is I can't keep it.
That's
on
okay. That's okay. We can go to fan stuff. We gotta
okay.
get through it. Actually, we have a chunk here. Now, I will say this about fan stuff. OBS might have this new feature that I'm not exactly sure what was going on. I could only load 10. I had 16 loaded, and then it just only passed 10 through. So what I'm going to do is find the 6 that didn't go through, and we'll probably include them on Wednesday's show. So if you're wondering, if you're like, oh, I thought I did something really cool and they didn't include it, there's a good chance it'll be on Wednesday's show.
Wednesday, so you're gonna show up for Wednesday.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
I'm done.
So this is
Oh.
who is this?
I see a Chaos Guard tank.
Yeah. This is, and then is this not here right now? Let me see. There's Broken Chef. We'll come back to that one. Where is this one? Oh, is this Nexagon? No? Oh, here we go. Okay, this is Boomstick.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and they had a few pictures of their heavily weathered tank. The rust looks really good.
Yeah, the rust looks really good. I like the red markings.
Yeah. And the paint chipping on it.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I'm guessing this is Chaos Guard, but you know, 40k just because you have spikes and horns and bone doesn't actually mean you're necessarily chaos.
Right.
But it's super cool. I really like it.
Yeah. Very nice. Broken Chef.
Ooh, Broken Chef.
And
glad to see you're still painting, Chef.
yeah.
Really digging that cloth. That purple cloth is looking super good.
Yeah. Nice work. Yeah, I like the purple cloth. I like the fact that he did, he didn't shy away from like different cloth colors.
Yeah.
Like having the blue and the purple looks kind of cool.
Super cool.
Very nice. Nice like halo thing too.
Yeah, I don't know what those are called in Sigmar, but
no, I don't either. This is
ooh, these are really nice.
This is Cellar Goblin. Yeah, these are super cool.
Very nice picture.
Yeah, this is pretty much. Yeah, these are the Reclusians, I think, and the prosecutors and the guy on Griftstalker from the new box.
Yeah, it's super nice. I really like your scheme. Those red capes are really popping, especially off of the blue. Just a great job overall. Also, I really like your rendition of that Griftstalker.
Yeah.
It all works really well together.
Very nice. This is Chris and his Skaven. His first 10 Skaven are done. Only like a million more to go.
You're 1/1000th of the way there.
Yeah. I like the bases. They came out really nice. And I like the red and the brown. Great banner. Looks good.
Yeah, these are looking great, Chris.
Just keep going a million more times. I feel like I would probably be pivot. I don't know if he base. I think he base coats and then kind of goes in afterwards. But I'd probably have to keep jumping to another unit after every like 20 or so.
Yeah, just to keep your sanity.
The other thing I tend to do when I start an army is kind of just get all these guys out of the way first.
Okay. I don't know if I'd have the mental fortitude for that.
Yeah, I think when I did my Witch Elves, I did the Doomfire Warlocks first. Then I think I might have done one cart. And then I think I did 60 Witch Elves.
Oh, jeez.
And then went back and started doing other things. This guy was super... I love this thing. This was... sad... No, why don't... I'm going to just stop guessing.
No, just keep guessing. Storm Boys.
Yeah, this is this is Noam Chomsky. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Doing some Storm Boys.
Yeah,
some of my favorite 40k orcs.
Yeah, he also had a few other pictures, but I like the rocket. This was the best one that showed the rocket. I thought it looked awesome.
Yeah, it looks great.
Excuse me.
It's like the little swirly head on the
it's
rocket.
like kind of perfect, right? Very nice. We've got this one is Jolly Roger, the Wilder Fiend.
Wilder Fiend. Very nice.
I love this model. Great paint job. Great base.
Yeah, really good. Really great job. Man, that purple's really working with that orangish red.
Right. And look at like the fade around his skin up at the top and stuff. Looks really good.
Yeah, really nice.
Good horns. Look at the horns. Wow. This model's got it going on. Yeah. Very good. Very, very nice.
Speaking of Fire Slayers.
Oh my gosh. I always keep forgetting. This is Larry, right? Yeah, Larry has the green bearded, green haired Fire Slayers, which I appreciate.
I appreciate a good. Yeah, we're not all redheads.
Yeah, here. Ours are gonna have blue hair.
Yeah, they're gonna have blue hair.
Yeah, these guys look great.
Looking good, yeah.
Yeah, he's adding a lot to the army. I'm kind of curious where he's at. These are actually a lot. I think these are the characters, honestly. Several of the foot characters. Yeah, I know it's hard to tell, right? But the guy with the big double-handed axe thing.
Yeah,
I think that's actually a Rune Father off the Magnadroth.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he comes with that latchkey. It's called a latchkey axe. Yeah, he comes with that. And Yeah, and I think the other guy's the sun.
Really, I really like this like almost verdigris greenish blue
Yeah,
working with this like nice warm gold.
yeah. Okay, this was Longball, was this user's name. They have a really nice looking, really neat Orc Blood Bowl team. Hard to get pictures of it because it's the whole team and some are close-ups. This is the one I snagged. I'd honestly recommend going in and checking out their pictures and hobby work and hobby finished in our Discord. If you're not in our Discord, you can click the link below this video to get into it and join it. We'd love to have you there. Longball, new to the Discord, newish, and posted his Blood Bowl team. Yeah,
Yeah,
super cool.
super cool. Love Orcs in red. It was
Yeah.
original. That's what I was gonna do originally, but someone else had already beat me to that.
To red. Oh, Michael's team is red. Yeah, yeah. Okay, then this was who was this? No, I said I'd stop doing that. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, here we go. This is Mini Mauler, who
We know
is
Mini.
pretty
We know
active.
Minimo.
It's super cool, right? Like, is this a
It's a Corsair.
Corsair?
Void-
Okay,
Yeah.
Void Guard Corsair. Okay,
Oh,
I
God, we're gonna add
wasn't
another-
sure if it was like one of the like rogue trader helpers or something. There's like a lot.
No,
going
it is.
on
It
here.
is a.
They wouldn't have a banner probably on their back. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're gonna have to add this to our box now because add the Corsairs to our Elven Union box.
I know. Also, by the way, look at the base here too. Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that nice. Yeah, that's super cool. Very very on theme for pirate like space pirates, right?
Yeah.
Super cool.
Okay, last for today, this is Mystified. I thought this one looked super cool. The high contrast between the glow and
Oh, yeah.
the rest of the Necron, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some other stuff. Like I said, I'm going to include it on Wednesdays. Soup's cranked out another awesome Blood Angel, and I want to show that off. I had a big collection, and then OBS was just like, we'll just take 10 of these. We'll just pick 10 random ones from the ones you posted.
Yeah, we'll just do with the ones we feel like.
We'll go through some more on Wednesday, definitely. Yeah, but I mean, I did love this Necron.
Yeah, that high contrast really helps with that like OSL kind of thing that's going on with it.
Well, I think the thing is, if you do right, yeah, exact that, but also like let's say that they had not done the bright green, as bright as they did, then the model almost kind of looks like low effort, like not a lot, like you would look at it and you would go, oh, you know, they're kind of just trying to get an army out fast. Whereas instead, I feel like it looked like they had a vision, right? And they were like, oh, I really want this to be this kind of black, brown, dark. And because when an army's painted really dark without anything bright on it, you kind of like, it doesn't feel finished all the time, right? It feels like they need to layer up a few more layers.
Well,
right?
It's hard to see on the table, I think, is the thing, right?
It's hard to see. It's hard to pick out details on the table. So when you do something like that, then you come back in with this bright and nail it like they have, like Mystified did. It's really awesome, actually. Like, I really like this look a lot.
Yeah, that's great.
Awesome. Okay. Saray, I'm gonna go and blab for a minute about about our monthly challenge.
Okay.
You'll be quiet for a second. I mean, you can talk. You just won't be mic'd.
No one will hear me.
No one will
Fine,
hear
I
me.
can say what I really think.
Yeah, exactly. If you are new to the Discord, and a lot of you guys are, we do a monthly challenge where you're submitting some form of hobby, typically for us as a miniature painting centric hobby channel. That means miniature painting, but it could be anything. And we are asking that you that tag it with hashtag crowing for it. Post your picture. Usually it's going to be in hobby finished. Give it the hashtag crowing for it, and you'll be submitted to a vote. And we vote as a team at the end of the month. And there's a theme each month. We'll talk about that in a second. That we're kind of looking for, but also it's just frankly who painted something really cool. It has some interesting prizes associated with it. One, a fancy colored Discord title. Two, Soups, our mod, who you see on the left there, Super Reedy in the chat here, is actually painting a Castle and Crow miniature section by section, little miniature sections, 12 segments, and in each of them, you're going to get creative control over that segment if you win for one of the months. So this thing is starting to look kind of crazy, but it's being well painted because Soups is a great painter. So I think when he shows it to you, and I haven't seen it for a few months now. We saw it in July, but when he shows it to you, you'll be surprised at how cool it looks, even though it's got a lot of different ideas going on. We also send out a physical prize that's a real banger. So be on the lookout for that if you're cool with sharing your address, because I do need to send it somewhere. And that's it. At the end of the year, though, the last thing, someone's going to win that actual Castle and Crow funky model. This month's theme is chill. You can interpret that however you want. It doesn't have to be this kind of chill. It could also be, temperature-based chill. So that's it. Okay. Fantastic. Back to Saray. There he is.
Hello.
How's it going, Saray?
All right. So I'm going to show you. So here's a orangified model, or without the red orange. Right? Sorry, is it focusing? And then here's one with it. Oh, jeez. Let me pull him off his base. Just to give you an idea.
Saray? Yeah. Just totally gone. Well, we're going to end the stream. What should I do? Should we end the stream before Saray gets back real fast and he just comes back and we're not even here? I'm thinking about doing that. No, there he is.
I'm here. Don't do the stream. All right, we'll just have a double. I'm not going to bother with the other one. I'll just show you what I'm talking about. So here are two. Here's the one with the red ink in the shadows. And this is the non-inked one. So this is what we're going for, a much more intense orange.
Oh, yeah.
Focus. There we go. Yeah, that's where we're at.
Awesome. Okay, yay, we did it. Exciting. Tomorrow, members only stream. Brad is playing Gloomspike Gits against me. I actually haven't decided what I'm playing yet, so Gloomspike Gits versus something. Should be exciting. If you are a member, please join us for that. If you're not a member, $4 gets you in the door, and for the rest of the month, $4 a month membership. It's a low cost membership. Do consider it. We appreciate the support. And it's going to get you members games. We'll be going live with members games on Monday nights to the general public, much less now, by the way. That was sort of a goal we had as we were growing. 10,000 seemed like a good number to get up to for that. We're there. So if you are, if you're kind of not a member and you're not kind of not a member, if you're not a member and you're like, well, they show a bunch of the Monday ones anyway, we're not going to be doing that as much. That said, we also hope to be doing some more Wednesday ones like we did this past Wednesday with me, Saray, and John. So hopefully you guys will be able to see a few more streams. We're hoping to get a couple of those in a month for the foreseeable future. But we haven't quite decided to make that like a permanent part of our schedule yet. We're just feeling it out, feeling out our life balance, etc. before we commit to something like that. Soups, thank you for the gifting membership here on the way out. Thank you to Mandrills. Saray, I think we mostly did it. Anything?
I think so.
Yeah, where are you? There you are. Okay, cool. There we are, yeah. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. You have anything else, Saray?
No.
Okay. Cool. Folks, be kind to each other. Be kind to yourselves. Always be creating.
Bye.